Hi guys, welcome to Mr. Cloudbook channel. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about how to scan your Maven project with the help of SonarQube and Gitlab cicd. And meanwhile, we are going to add another topic in the same video. So that is how to install Gitlab Runner on our EC2 instance. Meanwhile, we will run a simple basic project echoing and creating a directory on our EC2 instance with the help of Gitlab cicd and Gitlab Runner. So in the last video, we discussed how to scan your Node.js application. That is the easy one. So we have to create a single file with the name of Sonar properties like that. And we have to add a one line, and that is all the thing you have to do. But in the Maven project, we have to edit the file inside our pom.xml. Most of the people tried how to scan the Maven application also with the help of GitLab CI/CD and SonarQube, and I think most of the people will get the where to add and how to add that particular line inside our pom.xml file and everything. So that's why I already explained in the last video itself. We are going step by step process, and in today's video I will explain how to add that particular line to Maven pom.xml file, and meanwhile we will add the GitLab runner also. For the prerequisites, we need the EC2 instance up and running and GitLab account. So I already have the EC2 instance just launched, so without any installations and everything, and GitLab account is also open. And this is the last project, right? Netflix clone, we use it for the SonarQube scanning. We are going to clone another repository from our GitHub. So let's click on new project. So we are going to clone the pom.xml, I mean Maven project from the GitHub. So we have to import, so import project, and we have to click on GitHub. And for the first time, if you are doing the project, it will ask for your authentication like this, authenticate with GitHub, and you have to click on this one. So it will provide your all GitHub repositories here. So if you want to import all the repositories from your GitHub account to GitLab, so that is fine. So you can directly click on import 24 repositories, but we are going to import only the single project we required as of now for this video. So we are going to scan this particular real application, so which is based on the Maven, and we need to import that one. Just click on import. So it will import the project. So most of the people tried the Patlinic app, right? So that is based on the Maven. So this is completed. So come back to your GitLab homepage. So click on here, and you can see that Patlinic real is added to our GitLab. So as of now, I don't have any files and anything. So these are the pom.xml file. It's updated 4 months ago. You can see that. And let's go back to the instances. And first we need to install SonarQube on the instance. So select that instance and click on connect and SSH client. So just copy the SSH client and open your mobile extreme or putty and paste that command here. Shift insert, enter. So it will ask for your fingerprint type. You have to type S. Yeah, we have to provide S and enter. So it will connect to our system. So connection is accepted, and let's close this one and clear the screen. And first we need to update the system, right? Every time sudo apt update, whenever we install or launch any new EC2 instance, we have to update every package by providing sudo apt update. Just click on enter. So it will update our every package to the latest versions. So that is done. Clear the screen, and let's install the Docker. So with the help of the Docker only, we are going to run the SonarQube container. Sudo apt install docker.io -y. So it will install the Docker on your system. So just click on enter. So that is done, and let's clear the screen and let's see the Docker version also by providing Docker version, enter. And you can see 24.05. So this is the error we will get whenever we try to run without sudo. Permission denied error. If you provide a Docker PS to see the containers what are running and everything, so we get the permission denied error also. So that's why we need to add this particular Ubuntu user. So this is the user, right? So Ubuntu, we have to add that particular user to Docker group. So let's add by providing sudo user mod. So -a capital G. So Docker is the group, and what is the username? So Ubuntu is the username. Just click on enter. So it will add Ubuntu to your Docker group. And again, if you provide Docker PS, it will throw error because we just added the user, but we didn't refresh the Docker group. In order to do that, you have to provide another command, new group Docker, enter. So this will refresh your Docker group. If you provide Docker images now, and you can see we don't get any errors. So let's clear the screen, and meanwhile add the permissions to sudo where we have to provide a ch mode, change mode. So 777 or 666, just providing the 777 for the learning purpose /var run and we have to provide the permissions to docker.socket also. So we don't get any error. Docker.socket enter. So that is done. So now we have to run the SonarQube container. So SonarQube container will run with the single command by providing docker run -d. So in the daemon mode -name. So we have to provide any name you want. So I am just providing the Sonar as a, that is the name for SonarQube container, and you can provide -p. So for the ports, SonarQube by default runs on 9000. So 9000 and 9000. So what is the image name? SonarQube :lts -community. So enter. So it will, by default we don't have that image in our local system. It will go to the Docker hub and it will pull that particular image and it will run the SonarQube container. So let's clear the screen. Let's provide the Docker images. Let's see what are the images available for us. This is the SonarQube image just pulled. Let's see whether it's running or not. Docker ps, our SonarQube container is running fine. Let's come back and copy the public IP address of instance. Copy it and open in a new tab and paste with 9000. Enter. So username is admin, password is also admin. Enter. So update the password. So that is done. So this is the dashboard for the SonarQube, and let's click on manually, and you have to provide a project name. So let's provide the name as Petclinic. So that is fine. This is the main branch, and for the GitLab you can see this is the main branch for our project Petclinic real. So come back. So I am using the same branch. Setup and select the GitLab CI. For the project key we need to select the Maven. This is the Maven based project. So click on Maven. So we have to add this particular line. Most of the people will get doubt. So where to add and how can I apply this particular properties content to pom.xml and everything. So meanwhile you don't need to add everything. So like properties and everything. So all you have to do is just copy this line. So in the middle line you have to copy sonar.qualitygate.wait. So true. So just right click and copy it and come back to the GitLab and go to the pom.xml file and click on enter, and we need to edit this one inside pom.xml file. You can see here it's saying that add the following to your pom.xml file. That's why I am coming back to Petclinic and updating the pom.xml file. Click on edit and open in a web IDE. So it will provide an IDE for our updation. So are the editing of your file. So GitLab will take care of everything. So you have to add here. You can see here in properties section in the top, at the top only, just you add that line. So no need to worry about that where to add everything. You have to directly add at the properties. Let's come here. So you can add here itself. So shift insert. This is the line we need to add. So at the top of the file only we have to add. So these are the properties. So we already have the properties here. That's why we are not copying anything from over there. We just copied the middle line Sonar quality gate. So that's why the same thing we are adding here. So Sonar quality gate with true, and just click on here, save this file, and you have to click on here the source control system in the left side panel. Just click on this one, add a commit message. So updated Sonar in pom.xml. So I am providing this commit message and just click on commit to main and click on continue. So it will add that particular line to your pom.xml file. So that is done. You can see there are no any updations in my repository now. So if you come back here to the main page, come back to the Petclinic real now, and you can see the pom.xml file is updated and updated Sonar in pom.xml just now. So this is done. Let's come back to the Petclinic and click on continue, and we need to add this particular variables inside our cicd. Let's close this one and come back here and go to the settings and go to cicd, and I explained everything in the last video. Please watch that video and go to the variables, expand, add variable, and for the token key name, so remove this one and just copy this and come back here and add it, mask variable, and for the value, so generate a token, generate, copy it and continue and paste it here and add variable. So that is added, and add another variable, remove this one and copy this one. In the key field we have to add this one for the URL, and For the URL, you have to copy this one with 9000 and come back here to the GitLab and paste it here and add a variable. So that is done. Host is done and token is added and everything fine. Token is added, URL is added, everything fine. And now we need to add the configuration file. So let's come back to the Clinic real now, and you have to click on plus and new file, and meanwhile come back here, and this is done. So click on continue. So this will provide configuration file to scan your project. So create a or update your GitLab CI.yaml. So just copy this one. So we have to create this particular file inside our repository. So come back here and provide the file name as this one, and you can directly add the template here from here. So but we are going to add this one. So just copy it and come back here and add this one. So it will scan your complete code, Maven verify Sonar. So the project key name is Clinic, and it's using the Maven 3.63 JDK version also. By default, it's providing, GitLab will provide a container to run this particular code, and it will scan, it will send the report to this one. So this particular repository. So this is done. So finish this tutorial, and if you come back to the projects, and you can see we don't have any analysis as of now. Just come back here to the GitLab and click on commit message. So add anything you want. So updated Sonar in CI. So that is fine. Just click on commit changes, and it will automatically start the pipeline. It will provide the GitLab CI configuration is valid. That means our syntax is fine. And if you click on build and go to the pipelines, and you can see it's starting running. So our stages and everything, you can see that it is created by Ajay Agreddy and everything. You can click on running, or you can click on the stages, anything fine. So just click on running on this one, and you can see we have this particular only one job as of now. So just click on the SonarQube check. So I will provide the timestamps also. If you know how to scan or integrate with SonarQube with Maven project also, just skip on to the GitLab installation. I mean how to install Gitlab Runner on our EC2 instance. So it's using the Docker executor with image 3.63. So Docker will take care of everything. GitLab will provide a shared runner to scan our complete project, and you can see it started scanning everything from the scratch itself. So all you have to do is add that particular SonarQube quality gate line inside your properties at the top only. We have to add that particular line inside the properties at the top of the file. You have to add, and you can see it's working fine. It's scanning everything, and you can see it's testing, everything is fine. So this is how you have to do. So no need to worry about this one, how to scan and everything. It will provide the success message also at the end of this one. So it will take some time. So meanwhile, come back to the settings and go to the cicd, and you can see if you click on expand on the runners, so expand here, and as of now I don't have any specific runners here. So available runners, and nothing runners is available for me. So we are using the shared runners as of now for this particular project. Once we added the GitLab runner to our reset instance, we are going to stop this one, and we are going to use this particular specific runner, so the project runner. So come back to the Clinic real, and you can see that the Sonar is worked fine, and you can see the green color here passed. If you click on here, and you can see the output also, everything clearly. So SonarQube check is passed, and you come back and go inside that one, and you can see the build got succeeded, and it's creating the cache and saving the cache for successful job and everything. It's completed in 2 minutes 53 seconds duration. So if you come back to SonarQube dashboard and just refresh this one, and you can see the complete analysis of your scan, and you can see Spring Framework Clinic last analysis is 2 minutes ago. It scanned 2.7k lines, and you click on this one, and you can see the report also and issues and everything. So this is how you have to scan your Maven project. So meanwhile, come back here. So come back to the Clinic real now. So we will add the GitLab runner. So click on settings and click on cicd, and you have to click on runners here. So runners. So this is the runners. So click on expand. Our SonarQube will run on the shared runners, and a new project runner we will creating. So that with that one we are going to create a directory inside our Netflix clone, and just click on new project runner here. And we are using the Linux machine. I mean Ubuntu is the Linux platform operating system. So you can directly select the Mac OS or Windows or anything. So just I have the Ubuntu machine, so that's why I'm selecting Linux. And you can select the containers or anything. So as of now we need the Linux, that is enough. For the tags, you can provide any tag. So let me provide the name as so that is the tag I want, and you can provide any tags you want. You can provide comma and you can provide multiple tags also, and just click on create runner. So it will provide an token. You can see the copy and paste the following command into your command to register the runner. So we don't know how to install GitLab Runner and everything, right? So meanwhile, come back to the go to runner space. So just click on leave and again click on expand, and you can see the assigned project is still at unable to receive. So runner has never contacted this instance. So click on these three dots and you have to click on show runner installations and registration instructions. Just click on this one, and for the Linux environment we need to run these commands. Just copy this command, first one, right click, copy it and come back to the here, clear the screen and paste that and enter and enter. So it will download the GitLab Runner to our user local bin directory directly. Come down, and if you want to see, so change directory and cd usr and local and bin, enter, and if you provide ls here, and you can see there is a GitLab Runner is added now. So clear the screen. So come back to the home and Ubuntu only directly, home, Ubuntu, enter. So that is fine, and again come back to here to the browser, and we need to provide the executable permissions to our GitLab Runner. Sudo chmod +x and come back here and paste the command and enter. So that is done, and next we need to create a user for our GitLab Runner. Sudo user add, and we are adding the user with the name of GitLab Runner, and we are creating the home also GitLab Runner. So we are using the shell bin sh bash. So let's copy this particular command. So we are creating the user and with the home also, enter. So that is done, and next we need to add this particular runner as a service. Just copy this particular command and copy it and paste it here, and it will start as the service. And next we need to start this particular GitLab Runner. So once that is done, just right click and copy it, and you have to paste it here and enter. So you can see the runtime platform is AMD 64 OS Linux Mission we are using, right? So this is the version for our GitLab Runner 16.5.0, and again enter and come here, and this is the command we need to provide to register our EC2 instance. So just copy it, right click and copy it and come back here and paste it and click on enter, and we need to provide the GitLab instance URL. So just copy the same URL. So if you want to copy the URL, just copy it, otherwise you can directly provide the enter here. So that is done. So what is the token we are using? So you can see, so the token, we can come back here. This is the token GR134 and everything. The same token you will find here, GR134, because you can see in the registration token we already added that particular token. It's automatically taking that token. Just click on enter, and we have to provide the description for this runner. So this is the Ubuntu, just for tag, right? You can provide any description and enter. So tags, I am going with as a, you can provide multiple tags also by providing comma and everything. So comma Ubuntu or anything. So but as of now, so as a is enough, enter. So maintenance note, so this is also simple. So add anything, just enter, and we need to select an executor. So by default most of the people select the Docker and shell for the runner, specific runners. So we are going to select the shell. So enter shell, enter. So you can see the runner registered successfully, and feel free to start it. But if you running already, the config should be automatically reloaded. So if you have the config already, and if you update with the new configurations, it will automatically update in the this particular file. So if you go to the etc GitLab Runner, and let's copy this one, I will show. So whatever the commands and whatever the information we provided for this particular command up to this one, so we are going to see that particular information inside the config.toml file. So clear the screen. So let's go to that directory, cd etc and GitLab Runner, right? GitLab Runner, enter. Sorry to provide permission denied error. You have to go inside the sudo su first of all, and you have to go to cd etc and GitLab Runner, enter. And if you provide ls here, and you can see the config.toml file is here, and let's cat config.tyml, and the same thing we are used, right, the gitlab.com. The token, it's mask the token, it will mask it, and we can use executor as a cell and everything. We can see the name is Ubuntu and everything. So let's clear the screen and come back to home and Ubuntu. Otherwise you can directly exit from the root also, we don't need that anymore. And we have to start the runner. So gitlab -runner, and we have to run this one, enter. It will wait for our jobs. So it's saying that the failure to load a config test. Okay, so let's clear the screen, Control C, close that one. And first of all, gitlab runner start. So it's not supporting for the non-root users, so just provide sudo and gitlab -runner and start, enter, and you can see it's starting, working fine. Let's see sudo gitlab -runner and run, enter, and it's waiting for our configuration. So configuration is loaded and everything. And come back here and let's close this one and just refresh this one. Let's see and click on expand, and you can see our Ubuntu system is active now. So runner is online. Last contact was less than a minute ago. So if you see the green color, it's working fine. If you see like this, it's your instance is not working fine with the GitLab runner. So we have to remove this one, we don't require that one, remove it. And you can see the tags also, Ubuntu, Azure or anything we can use. So let's click on this pencil mark, edit, and you have to run untagged jobs. We have to check this one, and you have to click on save changes. Come back to the cicd settings. Let's write a simple configuration file to run on this particular Ubuntu instance. So go to the Patlin Creal app, to the repository. So we will going to update the configuration stage only. So I have to click on gitlab say.yml, just click on this one. So edit, and edit in the pipeline editor, and let's edit this one. So by providing the stages, so we have to add the stages here. So as of now, in the last time we have the only one stage, so stages. So what is the stage we are using? For the first one we are using Sonar, right? So Sonar. And second stage, so we are adding for the gitlab runner that we added on our EC2 instance. So we can provide any stage for the gitlab runner on the EC2 instance. You can provide any stage name. So runner -stage 1, so that is one, and you can provide any names. So Azure is the stage name, that is also fine, enter. And in the SonarQube checks we have to add that stage. So we have to add stage. So what is the stage? Sonar. So that is the stage Sonar. Let's add the remaining stages here and enter. Runner -EC2. So what is the stage name? Stage runners -stage 1, enter. We have to provide the tags, and you can see here we have to come out, right? So for the tag I provided my name, right? So Azure, I'm going to use that one, Azure, and enter. And for the script, so script means it will run our commands. Echo running on EC2. So this is the first stage running on my Ubuntu runner. So enter and add the remaining stages. So what is the runner -EC2 Azure? So you can provide that name, enter. So stage, so what is the stage name we use it? Azure, right? So the same name we have to use inside the stage. The label should be same. And for the tags, so I provided my name as a tag, Azure, enter. For the script, come down, and what we are doing, mkdir, we are creating a directory. So provide the command mkdir. So I am going to create a name with Azure-cloudbook, and so another command cd to Azure, changing the directory and cloudbook. So and click on enter. So we will write the pwd also, it will print the working directory. So that is fine. Let's add the artifacts. So click on this one, artifacts, and remove this one, everything. and for the artifact we have to provide the paths. Click on enter, so on hyphen, so you can provide home/ubuntu, so anything fine, and this is the complete file. This first stage SonarQube check will run on the shared runners, and the remaining two stages, the runner stage 1 and Ajay, will run on my EC2 instance. So just click on commit changes, and you can see the pipeline syntax is also correct, and just click on commit changes, and you can see the pipeline started now, and just click on this one, so created, so select this one, and we can see the pipeline also. So for the SonarQube checks we don't want to go inside because it will take 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes, so we will wait for that time. So for the runner stage 1 and Azure stage, so it will run on our EC2 instance, and you can see here, if you go to the mobile extreme, you can see the runner has no jobs as of now. It will waiting for my jobs. So once this particular SonarQube checks complete, then particular runner stage will run on this particular instance, and you can see that also. I will show that also clearly, and you can see the runner stage 1 is almost completed because that is a simple command, right? And if you come back here, and you can see job is succeeded, it's working on the jobs. So you can see the providing job is failed exit status 1. So again it's appending the new job, so removing from process lists and everything, it's automatically taking the jobs. So because we already provided the tag, right? So that's why it's running on my EC2 instance. And if you come back here, and you can see runner EC2, it's failed because of the mkdir, it's going to fail, I think so. Bin slash, and you can see there is a no such file or directory, it will throwing the error. It's not created a directory also, that's why it's throwing the error. You can see the cd as a cloudbook, no such file or directory. And let's come back Patlinic real, and meanwhile we will add the parallel stages also, and go to the gitlab ca.yml, and you can see mkdir, it's not creating this directory. So edit, let's create again, delete mkdir, make directory. So what is the name? As a cloud book. Okay, that is done. Let's add the parallel stage. So runner EC2 parallel. So you have to use the same stage name. So as a, so it will run on same parallel. So it will runs parallelly with the same stage. So we are using the stage here also, right? As a, the same stage we are using here. So for the tags as a, and for the script, sorry, the spelling mistake, yes, come here and colon, so hyphen echo job done. So that is the thing. So it will run parallelly, we are using the same stage as a, so that's why it will run parallelly. So click on commit changes, and you can see it's validating the pipeline syntax is correct. It's checking the status for the pipeline also. So click on pipelines in the left side panel. So it will take some time. Last time it's getting error because of there is no any mkdir file, so that's why it's throwing the error. And if you go to the file, and you can see what it's failing and why it's failing, and you can see runner EC2 job, and you can see that mkdir and cd, so line 13, so cd no such file or directory, it's throwing the error. So come back to the Patlinic real, and click on this one running, and you can see it's running parallelly, but we are getting the error. So you can see runner EC2 parallel job fail, environment is exist status. So it's not taking this one for the plain job. So let's see here, and you can see, so every job it's taking and everything working fine, accepting. Meanwhile come back here, and you can see sonar check, it's providing the warning. So it's all failure, field got failure. So last time it's worked fine, right, without any errors and issues, and maybe there may be so many issues, that's why it's getting the error, one warning. So because of the warning, so we are getting the errors. So error when we are providing the node -v. So close and go to the projects, and just refresh this ones. Here we are getting the success message. Okay, so let's again try again. So just click on jobs here. So we are going to run the all stages again. So in the runner EC2, so it's created a directory. Let's see whether it's creating a directory or not. And you can see no files to uploaded, that is fine. mkdir as a Mr. Cloudbook, so it's creating a directory, and printworks directory, And you can see if you go to this one particular, so let's copy this one. So up to this one, right click, copy it and come here. Let's close this one. And if you paste this one, cd shift insert enter, and if you provide ls, and you can see it's creating a directory as a cloudbook, so with the same name, and we can change into that one. And if you provide ls, we don't have any files that, so this is, it's working fine. So come back, cd home ubuntu, that means it's running on our EC2 instance only. So let's start again, sudo gitlab runner run, enter, and we are editing the file gitlab ci and edit. So it will throw the basic command errors only, shell scripts and everything. So our runner is working fine. So let's edit this one and remove this one, everything. So mkdir and everything. So we are going to run the docker command, docker run -d -name 2048 and -p 3000, right? So provide 3000 and shift insert. So what is the name? Latest. Sorry, so we have to provide the latest. So it will run a container on our system on the EC2 instance. So just commit changes and pipeline syntax is correct. So it's getting the shell executive error for the mkdir, that's the thing. So we will know that it will running on our EC2 instance only, and you can see the pipeline is running fine, and you have to click on view pipeline, and we got the failure at the EC2 check. So it's going to throw the errors, simple errors. These are the basic errors, no need to worry about that. And let's try to run again all these scripts. So retry and click on running, and you can see it's working fine now. So simply it's taking the error. So if you click on runner EC2, so it's running the container, right? And you can see unable to find the image locally, it's taking the image from the Docker hub. So that means it's taking the, you can see here, appending the trace coordinator, added a job processing and build one, and you can see accepted and everything. And if you come back here, and you can see it's taking some time. So EC2 parallel, it's throwing the error, you can see that. So these are the shell script errors, basic script errors. So preparing the shell executor, it is unable to preparing that one. Job failed, prepare environment is not, it's preparing, that's why it's throwing the error. So just don't need to worry about that. So if you go to this one, so we have to work on this particular thing only. So runner EC2, and you can see job is succeeded now, and it pulled the image and it ran the container, and let's see whether it's working fine or not here. So close this one, and if you clear the screen and provide the docker ps, and you can see that we are going to see the two containers running, and 2048 game also, it's working fine. So let's copy this IP address from here. So let's copy it, Ctrl+C, and refresh this page also. So you can see 3 minutes ago it scanned image, it's working fine, and Ctrl+V with 3000, and we will see the game also. That means it's working fine on our EC2 instance, and you can see we can play the game also clearly, easily, and you can see it's working fine. So our GitLab Runner is working fine on our EC2 instance. So hope you learned something new from this video, and keep on supporting. So we are going to do the project tomorrow on this complete DevSecOps up to the Docker.